what they can do and what they can't do. They should be able to rely on going to the staff in the town hall and say, what can I do and what can't I do? And they should be able to get firm direction. I think that is the most important. The second item that I've heard that I think we all agree is nobody wants double density in Duxbury. Nobody believes we should have double density in Duxbury. Nobody believes we should have 2 homes or 2 residents or 2 families on a single family lot. That's not what we're all about. That's not what we've been about for the last 40 years. The part that I think a lot of people are missing is that this is an issue about how we want to have our families and how we want to raise our kids, be with our parents, etc. And I'll pull it back to the way I look at this myself personally. 17 years ago, I applied for an accessory structure, a finished base over a garage at my house, to the then building inspector, which I think was Kevin McDonald or something at that point in time. And my parents moved in. Now, that was the best thing that ever happened in my family, because I had 5 kids and a wife in one house. Couldn't necessarily live with my mother and father at the same time, but my mother and father were in the large house that we were raised in, 375 years old, changed the wooden storm windows outside, mowed the lawn, did all that kind of stuff. It was time for them to move on. For them to be able to move next to my family, but be slightly detached, was a wonderful experience for the family. And I would highly recommend that to anybody. I mean, it gives you an opportunity, and maybe someday I'll have one of my kids will be wealthy enough to buy my house and I'll move into the guest quarters. But the real issue is that if you attached those 2, if I chose to attach those 2 items, we could have done it and nobody would be saying anything about it. So to me, it's a choice. It's a choice for a family to make how they want to live with each other, or how. And every case, I spend 24 hours a day in Duxbury, unless I'm on vacation. And during that time, I see numerous people's houses and numerous situations where these accessory structures are being used. Every one of them are grandchildren, parents. Every one of them are family related. I don't know personally of one that is rented out. And I would say, and to address what Will said, I'd love to get the Duxbury Clipper, have somebody do the research. I haven't heard one person present one piece of evidence, not one piece of fact that shows that there is structures that have been converted after being issued a building permit into an illegal second dwelling. If it's out there, then find it, identify it, and show me where it's happening. I don't see it. I see families living together, and I see grandkids coming over. I see all those things. So that's where my head is at, and I think that for the next year, and I think that the other good suggestion was made, that we should have a broader based committee that is looking at it from different perspectives, made up of several residents of the community. I'm not sure what the right size is, but in the meantime, we need some degree of clarity. And I can only see the citizens petition as providing that clarity today that is similar to what I've seen happen in this community for the last 20 or 30 or 40 years, depending on your perspective.
Okey doke.